Well, hello to all of our prayer supporters, wherever you happen to be. Good afternoon from Hamburg. We are on the second day of a new nationwide hard lockdown. Um, and yeah, haven't left the apartment since then, so I figured, hey, get out, do some prayer walking, and just kind of reflect on this past year and what's happened. Everybody knows, everyone's been talking about it, about how this has just been a really difficult year, and really we don't know what the future holds, what it's going to look like going forward. But I think it's also been really good just to kind of think and reflect on how God has worked despite this difficult year. And I figured it would be good just to kind of just tell some stories, tell a few stories, some high points of some things that God's done. As I think about in the midst of Corona, just to kind of give you an idea of what life is like with ministry here. Think about this one guy who was really searching for truth, wanting to know, is Jesus the only way? And so he's researching, and I'm talking with him and answering questions, and he tells me, he says, I'm really glad that we've met and I've gotten to know you, because I've talked with pastors at different churches here in the city, and a lot of those pastors don't even believe that Jesus is the Son of God. And so I'm glad that I met you, because you can actually answer the questions that I have about the Bible and who Jesus is. And that guy has since placed his faith in Christ and is growing in his faith, and it's great to see that. I think about with that guy and a couple others, we've started a new small church in their neighborhood. And until this little church formed, there was not a good evangelical church in that entire neighborhood. But now there is one, because we've seen some people come to faith, and they're praying together. We're reading the Word together. We're growing together and wanting to reach others with the gospel. I think about another church here in the area who just recently reached out to us. Their pastor did, and said, hey, I really want to get our church focused on reaching out to other people, doing evangelism, discipleship. Would you guys be interested in helping us with that? And so we're talking with them. We're getting to know people and exploring what that might look like. But it looks like a really great opportunity for ministry in this next year. And then I think about another guy, a refugee here in our area, who is from a country where it is very, very dangerous to be a follower of Christ. And he is in a really, really difficult situation. And we, like my family, our family, we are the only Christians he knows who would be willing to help him in the midst of this difficult situation. And so we've had the opportunity to bless him and guide him as he goes through a really, really difficult time, and point him in the right next steps. But just to think that of all the people in the world who would care for him and actually want to help him, we are the only believers that he knows personally, and can talk with him and help teach him and train him. So all that to say, this year's been hard, but that hasn't stopped God. God was not surprised by any of this. God is still active and working, and he can bring great things even in the midst of our darkest times. And so I just wanted to share this just as an encouragement to say God's at work. He's active. Your prayers are working your prayers for us are felt daily as we get to do life here, get to do ministry here, and um, through your prayers and through your gifts, we can stay here. And so I wanted just to end by encouraging you, if you haven't already, to consider giving to the Lottie Moon Christmas offering. And the Lottie Moon Christmas offering, 100% of the funds there go to help keep us, like our family, on the field. We don't have to worry about raising funds. We don't have to worry about what might happen if it's a really difficult financial time. We don't have to stress about those things. We just can focus on life and ministry and sharing the gospel with people and starting new churches. That's what we feel like God's called us to do. And so your giving would help us to be able to focus on that. So if you're part of a Southern Baptist church, you can give to the Lottie Moon Christmas offering through your church, or you can go to imb.org/give in order to give to that. And we really appreciate it. God is so great and so powerful, and he wants to invite us to join him in the work that he's doing all around the world. And your gifts can help us to continue and join in the work that God is doing in this city. I hope that you all have a great Christmas, celebrating the birth of our King, and we await his return, where he will come and make all things right, and we won't have to worry about sickness or disease or famine or war or anything else, but we will live in peace with our King forever. We long for that day, but until then, we tell people about the good news and about his first coming in anticipation of his second. Hope you all have a great day, and thanks for praying for us.